Godzilla Minus One is the newest Godzilla movie and the latest Godzilla movie to come out from Japan since 2016's Shin Godzilla. Godzilla Minus One tells the story of a young kamikaze pilot in the dying days of World War II who ends up deserting and has a run-in with Godzilla. Now this character Koichi ends up going back home to Japan, discovering that his loved ones, his possessions, all those sorts of things are gone, destroyed in the bombings and just the devastation of World War II, which obviously destroyed a lot of things in pretty much every country it touched. But Japan, as most people know, was fairly heavily targeted and destroyed. It's awful. Koichi blames himself for this in a certain sense because there are people who do blame him, saying that if he hadn't abandoned, if he hadn't deserted, if people like him had done their jobs, then Japan would have won the war, and basically this wouldn't have happened. Of course that's complete BS, we all know it would have still happened, that's not how it works, and of course the movie does explore those themes of killing yourself and dying for your country is not honourable. Living and living for the future is what is honourable. We're soon introduced to the character of Noriko, a young woman who has a baby with her, who we discover is not actually her baby. The little baby is called Akiko and was handed to Noriko when the baby's mother was dying. Things happen and she ends up with the baby moving in with Koichi, and they form this kind of family unit. Very wholesome, very cute. Koichi starts getting himself a job, basically getting rid of old mines. Obviously during World War II, the Japanese and the Americans planted mines in the sea, and now it's up to Koichi along with a few other people who become really good friends and very important characters to the movie to go ahead and detonate these bombs. Koichi is living his life, he's dealing with the trauma of kind of survivor's guilt almost, while still trying to get on and do what needs to be done. Unfortunately, news starts to come that things are happening, that a mysterious sea creature is destroying ships, and we all know, and Koichi knows, it's Godzilla. From there, Koichi has to deal with it again, about all the trauma, deal with the fact that again he is a survivor, that he deserted, that he's responsible for people dying from Godzilla, even though realistically he probably wouldn't have been able to do anything against Godzilla in the first place. And so, like pretty much every Godzilla movie, there's a plan launched, there's scientists, there's ex-military in this case, not the actual government themselves are not involved. There's actually a really good reason given in the movie, basically talking about US and Soviet tension and how people can't get involved and the usual political stuff. So it's up to ex-soldiers and people who just want to protect their country to go ahead and actually try and figure out how they're going to stop Godzilla, how they're going to destroy this just unstoppable, powerful creature. Now, talking about all the things from Godzilla, I've seen pretty much every Godzilla movie there is. I love the Godzilla movies, most of the Japanese ones, the American ones I can give or take, but the Japanese ones especially are very good. I loved Shin Godzilla when I got to see it back in 2016 when it initially came out. It was such a treat to see, and it's still one of the best movies. Tentatively, I'm going to say that this is the best Godzilla movie. Again, that's just my opinion just now. Once I rewatch some of the other ones, when I watch this again, I may change my mind, but for now, definitely gotta say this is the best. Now, as far as filmmaking standpoint, this movie had a sub $15 million budget. There were a lot of reports early on saying the budget was $15 million, but the director is quoted in an interview saying that he wishes the movie had that high of a budget. In fact, the director said it's just much lower than that. And you cannot tell. The effects in this movie are terrific. They use CGI and some practical as well. I've seen a few behind the scenes thing, but a lot of CGI is used, but it's done so well. It's blended incredibly well with the live action footage. Everything is incredibly believable. The only things that you can really say, yeah, that's CGI, or things where it would be pretty much impossible to do with practical effects. Godzilla himself looks fantastic. He's kind of a mix of the more traditional suit actor original 1954 Godzilla mixed with the Americanized Godzilla, kind of blended together to create this unstoppable, genuinely scary force. The acting in this movie, along with the effects, because I said they're great, is absolutely fantastic. The guy who plays Koichi is just terrific. The girl who plays Noriko is really good as well. In fact, I believe she was earlier this year actually. She's the same actress who was in Shin Kamen Rider, which is a movie I absolutely enjoyed, and a movie that's technically in the same genre, the tokusatsu kaiju monster genre, which I really enjoy. I'm a big tokusatsu fan. When I was a kid I used to watch Power Rangers, and then I started watching Godzilla movies, Kamen Rider, all that sort of stuff. So she's got a big career ahead of herself because the critical acclaim of this movie is well deserved. I believe at the time of recording this, the movie has around a 97% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, both from critics and from audiences, because this movie is absolutely terrific. And the fact it's less than $15 million, it's made over $80 million already at the box office, and probably going to make so much more, just makes me happy. I cannot express enough, this isn't scripted. I love this movie. I'm definitely seeing it again. You should check it out. It's a fantastic movie. Even if you do not normally watch Godzilla movies, check this out. I don't care if you don't like watching foreign films, just watch it. They're probably not going to dub this one if I'm perfectly honest, because it's a very serious movie, so it's probably not something they're going to dub. They may, they could, but I don't think they will. But overall, fantastic movie. Again, music, I'm not a music expert by any means. There's people who could probably talk on this a bit more, but the soundtrack is excellent, featuring a lot of good variety of music, a lot of atmospheric music, and of course a new rendition of the classic original Godzilla theme, updated for the modern day. But yeah, ramble over, I love this movie. Probably the best or second best Godzilla movie of all time. Again, it's definitely between that, Shin Godzilla, and the original Godzilla. I'd have to rewatch both of those again before I say. In fact, I am going to rewatch Shin Godzilla pretty soon because I'm doing a video on the Hideaki Anno / Shinji Higuchi Shin Monsterverse kind of movie thing. You know, Shin Godzilla, Shin Ultraman, Shin Kamen Rider, Shin Evangelion kind of thing. But that's a completely separate video. If you haven't seen this movie, it's limited showings, at least here in the UK. If you go onto godzillafilm.co.uk and put in your city or town, it will show you every single showing that's coming up for this movie. Check it out if you haven't already. I'm going to go ahead and give this movie 2 massive thumbs up. Please check it out. It means so much to me if you check this movie out, because someone who loves this kind of stuff, who loves true tokusatsu, true kaiju movies, and wants more of them to be released in the West, it'd mean the world, and honestly, you owe it to yourself. In fact, anecdotally, you can leave this video if you want, but I actually met a really lovely elderly couple when I was seeing the movie after we got out, and I spoke to them for about a good 20 minutes, and they genuinely enjoyed the movie. Such a good movie, very emotional, very well written, just beautiful film. And I told them, I was like, oh yeah, did you know it was only this amount of money? And they're like, are you serious? It looks better than a lot of movies that have 10, 20 times its budget. And it really does, but that's just a little anecdote for anyone who's actually stuck around this long. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. I'll definitely be doing a lot more videos on niche kind of movies like this, a lot more tokusatsu, anime, gonna do a lot more book reviews in 2024. Definitely check the channel out if you haven't already. Follow me on social media. You can also go ahead and basically, if you want to buy me a gift, it's my birthday soon, go ahead and click the link below, cheeky plug, or you can support me on Ko-fi as well if you want to help support the channel. You will get your name at the end of a video. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I don't even know why I said that. Thank you all so much for watching, rather, and I will see you all in the next video.